Hey gang, I'm back. This is Paul, and this is Vanquest GOPHER 15 Messenger Bag. We're going to go through some of the features and see if this bag is right for you. Vanquest GOPHER Messenger Bag series is sort of an updated version of their Envoy series. The GOPHER comes in 15 and 13 inch sizes. This is a 15 right here. The colors it comes in are blue, this gray, and also multicam black. Because I'm using this for business, the multicam black probably doesn't fit that as well, so I went with the gray. This material is Vanquest Special Blend, which is double coated for rain resistance. If you get the multicam black, that one happens to be Cordura. So let's take a little tour around the bag. On the front, you have two stash pockets. For me, I always need a quick stash pocket. Throw my bag on, I need to throw my keys and my phone somewhere, so it goes right in there. On the sides here, and here you have water bottle holders, and they also have retention straps. Now these are amazing. You need sometimes to hold your bottle down, especially if it's tall. You just throw this around the outside of it, snaps it right to your bag. It's not going anywhere. Super good, super helpful. On the back here you have a big compartment, which is hook and loop line, so you can use it for CCW or you can use it for a tablet or pads or documents. You also have a luggage pass-through strap right here, and this has its own little pocket that you can throw stuff in if you want. On the top, we have double grab handles, one here and one here. This way, if it gets really full, you can grab onto both. If it's not full, you can just grab into one on the top. This way, you always have something that's centered, which is super cool. Great idea. One of the coolest features, which is also in the Envoy series, are these zippers at the top, which give you access to all the inside of the bag. This way, you actually don't have to unclasp it or unsnap it or unhook it. All you have to do is just open this up, grab what you need on the inside, and you're good to go. Quick access, super easy, great idea. On the bottom, you have some attachment points in case you want to attach something. And this is also where you have your Duraflex buckles to open up your bag. Now, the great thing that I really like that Vanquest did, which is something that was on my Timbuktu bag, is they actually put silencers on this hook and loop. So before, you were forced to have to use both hook and loop and the buckles. Now, I don't have to use the hook and loop at all. I can just use the buckles, or I can just use the hook and loop if I want. This way I have the options, but I much prefer being able to silence this hook and loop and not have to use it. Of course, if you want to use it, you just take these silencers off and store them away somewhere, and then you can use the hook and loop to open and close the bag, or as additional closures. Inside the flap, you have this admin panel. You have a stash pocket here with a zipper. You have some pen or accessory pockets. You also have this large pocket, which is sort of gusted, which is Velcro or hook and loop closure. Then you also have another cool long slip document pocket right here that has a zipper. They can open and close that. So actually what you have is you have one place for documents here. You have a place for documents back here. And then you have the whole middle section here. So you have plenty of document organization should you want it. For me, I 100% want it. On the inside of the bag, you have the giant pouch here, and it's all hook and loop lined, and we'll get to that in a second. And then you also have your laptop or your tablet sleeve, and it's elevated off the ground, so it's protected. And you also have two slip pockets, one here and one here, so you have plenty of organizational space. But back to what I said about hook and loop. So you notice this right here. So you actually get two of these things. Almost fell over. Hope that was okay. Two compartmental dividers, which are hook and loop, which attach to the inside large pouch here, which is all hook and loop. So you can break up this space modularly any way you want, compartmentalize. For me, I have a space here. This is where I put my MacBook in the laptop slot. Then I put my iPad in this slot. And then right here, I compartmentalize off and I put my glasses on this side so it has its own little space. It's not going to get crushed. Super great. You can customize this any way you want. Pretty awesome, right? Little accents I did personally. If you know me, I customize all my bags by putting a little red handle on the top. Makes it easy to see, easy to grab. It's sort of an accent color. I put that on this. And I put my name on the hook and loop field on the front, just in case. Additionally, like a lot of my Vanquest bags, I ordered different color Spartan zipper pulls, these red ones here, just so I can easily, quickly see this. It helps me just find it really quickly. I also ordered Vanquest Cobra Sling for this bag. It's a quick release. I'll show you how that works in a second. Additionally, I added one other pad, which I ordered separately, not from Vanquest, it's just another product, so that I have padding all the way through the entire thing, so no matter where I hold the bag, it's always padded. So this is how the Cobra Sling works. So I have it on my shoulder, I'm walking around with it, but then I'm walking a distance, I want to put it over my head. So instead of like doing this, all I do is I grab this little buckle right here, push that, and reconnect it here, and it's done. And then I want to put it back, I just do the same thing, unsnap here, and I'm ready to go. So now let's talk about a few things I might have changed. For one, these two grab handles, they're not a lot of padding on it. I added this one, which actually helps a lot. It would have been great if these were a little bit more padded like the Envoy series. Also, if you know me, I say this all the time, I don't like hook and loop closures for pockets because it's so noisy. You go to meetings, you're ripping stuff open and close. I rather this would have been a zipper, but there's other zippers here, so you know, it's only one pocket, I can deal. I think my biggest issue though is the issue I actually had with the Envoy, but I didn't realize that that was the issue until I got this bag and I kind of figured it out. And that issue is I think this front section is a little too long. So what I mean by that is this: if you clip these and then you swing it to the side, you notice on the profile, the flap sticks out from your body. The reason is because of these buckles, they push the flap open. It only actually closes if you lift up here, when you lift from the handle, because it lifts everything up and the weight stretches it up, but when you put it down, everything gaps. It's a big gapper. So I jerry-rigged this so it doesn't gap as much, so I'm pretty happy with it now, but I wasn't happy before, because what I did is, these buckles here used to be thread through this strap there. So I actually rolled them up and had them strap lower, because when they strapped up here, the buckles would actually, again, press the top flap out. So it was always about this much gap, because this was sticking out and this was sticking out like this. Every time I walk around, there's always a huge gap. It just didn't look that great. So I think, again, it's because this is a little bit too long. Look, you can see it's kind of like on the edge of this, it's hanging down. I don't know if you can see that. I'll lift it up. See, it's hanging lower. Here's the bag, and this is hanging lower than the bag. So even if you look at the top here, so if the zipper was perfectly centered, which would put it right at there, right? So look how far out that is. It means it would have to be that full. And if it was that case, it would actually fit perfectly. But the thing is that normally it's probably going to be more like this, which means that this front section overlaps a little too far. And when you buckle it, because it's too far, it just, all the excess gets pushed out. And so it just kind of bows out. But again, if you guys get an Envoy or if you get this GOPHER, just do what I did, which is, losing my pad here, which is take these buckles, instead of leaving them where they are, move them down right here and right here, this way that it sucks up a little of the excess. It shortens it a little bit so that it mostly, yeah, I mean, well, this I'm pulling it up, so it'd have to be here, hold on. Yeah, it mostly lays flat, mostly. I mean, it's still a little, but it mostly lies flat. So, guys, that is a hack for you. If you get this, just do that, because you see, again, it's kind of, it's here's the bottom of the bag, and here's the, I can like roll it underneath a little bit. So that will help it lie flat for you, and it'll have the profile be a little slimmer and, you know, cleaner and not gap out. So that's my recommendation for you if you get this bag. If you do that, I think you'll be very happy. So my final thoughts is that I really like this messenger bag. I'm actually going to this a lot more than just meetings. Usually I try to, this is more professional for me, but I'm using it a lot more. When I go to coffee shops, I'll take this, especially if I'm wearing like a big jacket or something. It's just easy to throw across the shoulder instead of putting on a backpack. It does everything I need it to do. All the compartmentalization is fantastic. The modularity, after I fixed the gap, I ended up liking it a million times better. So guys, don't forget to do that. But yeah, especially with the Cobra sling on it, with the easy on, easy off. I mean, organization, fantastic. So I really, really love it. No, I don't think I mentioned before, you probably noticed all the high-vis orange on the inside so that you can see where everything is. It's one of my favorite things about Vanquest products. So really, really super. So gang, hopefully you've seen the features of Vanquest GOPHER 15, and you can see if this is the right messenger bag for you. So for me and Vanquest Gopher 15, that's a wrap.